Howdy folks, I got a new piece of gear here recently. It's another slice of genius from the Hidden Woodsmen. Hang with me and we'll talk about it. Welcome back folks, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate your time today greatly. What I want to talk to you about today is from the Hidden Woodsman. Like I said, it's what he calls his signal panel. But let's talk about the most common or most likely survival situation you or I might find ourselves in. Statistically speaking, if you or I are going to get in a survival situation in North America, more than likely it's going to be because you're lost. Now, in that type of survival situation, your number one tool, in my opinion, is communication. That communication can come within many different forms. It can be as simple as a cell phone. I've got a kit set up with the sole purpose of keeping my phone alive as long as possible if the worst ever happens to me. But also, communication can come in several different forms, whether that be the universal sign for distress, which, 3 signifiers, 3 lines in a row, something that's visible a long ways off to help those who are looking for you find you. And that's where this panel comes in. Now, I like multifunctional pieces of gear like anybody. And this piece of gear, this nice little small packaged orange panel, it fits many different niches. It is blaze orange. It comes in a nice neat little package, fits easily in your pocket or just about anywhere else in your kit. It does come with elastic band here to keep it nice and snug, and it does have an adjuster right there. As you can see, it folds out nice and large. It's about 2 feet square. Now, like I did say, it is multifunctional. Yes, this will grab people's attention from afar. It contrasts with nature in a big way, so you're going to be able to see it past the earth tones of green, brown, and all that stuff. But it's multifunctional. So let's talk about how this is designed to be used, but also some various other ways that this thing comes in handy. As it's nice, heavy-duty Cordura, first thing off the bat, it's waterproof. I don't like having wet pants, so if you're needing to kneel down in the rain or mud, work up some fire prep, keep your pants dry. And the same goes if you just want to sit on the wet ground, you can use it as a seat. Around here we have lots of beautiful hiking and camping trails, but a lot of those hiking and camping trails go through areas that hunting is allowed. Here is another handy use of this signal panel. Because the panel has tie-outs on each corner, you can configure this in just about any way that you see fit. The idea here is, with this tied to the back of your pack, with the 3 other corners left just to kind of flap around in the breeze, hopefully between the color and the movement, that will make you visible to any prospective hunters out there. And for those of us that enjoy outdoor photography or making YouTube videos and stuff like that, my camera's not waterproof. And this is one of the ways that I've been using it quite a bit here recently. It starts raining. Here's an impromptu cover for your camera to keep it nice and dry. Now, the most obvious way to use this is basically create a flag. The simplest way to do this is carve a point on one end so you can jam it down into the ground, and also round off the other end just a little bit to kind of help feed it through those tie-offs on the corners of the panel itself. Now, just slide the tie off onto your stick, which is a lot easier when everything's not wet. Then I just come back and tie off the top one just to make sure it stays put. Alright guys, I know distances are kind of tricky on camera, but you're looking at about 85 yards right there. Got it tucked in behind a couple cedar trees, still highly visible. One of the major benefits to using it as a flag and leaving one side of it loose is that when the wind blows, it'll cause movement. Even small drifts of wind will cause it to move slightly, and movement and high visibility colors are your friend. What we're going to do here is set this up as a panel. That way you can angle it for the most visibility in any given direction that you want. We have it set up much like we did with the flag, but we have a post on either side. And instead of going through both tie-outs on each side, you only go through one. Your next step is to create a couple impromptu stakes. And what we'll do here is figure out which angle you expect your rescuers to come from, So say you have a big ridge behind you where you don't expect anybody to come from, but yet it's wide open spaces back behind where you guys are sitting from in the camera. You can angle the panel for the most visibility to any given direction. So as you can see, it's angled about like this. Max visibility would be about 45 degrees up angle behind you guys, which would, in the case of someone coming down to find you from a higher ground, or helicopter coming in trying to find you, this will provide good visibility at that angle. This is completely adjustable. You can set it out flat if you're expecting your rescuers to fly overhead. This setup is designed it as you need it. All right, for this next configuration, find a stick, get about 20 feet of paracord, tie your end off to the stick. In this case, we're just going for a clove hitch. So, as you can see, no more muddy shoes in the hammock. And when you're done, it folds right back down into a size that you can easily fit into your pocket, or just in a exterior pocket of your pack or your kit, whatnot. Now, in all honesty, guys, I don't get into terribly many survival situations. However, the most use this has seen for me is exactly how you just saw it with a hammock. When I go hammock camping, I love to just lounge around in camp. When there's nothing else to do, I love to just relax. But in Western North Carolina this time of year, you never know when it's going to rain or not. And right now, it's been raining, and you get muddy shoes, wet shoes. So this is just a good way if you don't want to get your muddy boots or your muddy shoes in your hammock, but you also don't want to take the time to take your shoes off. You can easily create just a little miniature hammock for your feet. Like I said in the beginning of the video, folks, in any survival situation, especially when you're lost or hurt, injured, something like that, communication is your #1 tool. If you can reach out to somebody and get help, that is your fastest and best way to get out of that situation. But if you can't use your phone or radio to reach out and get help, remember the rule. If you're lost, stay put. Let people come and find you. Because if you get lost further, it's going to be harder for them to find you, and the chances of you finding your own way out on accident is pretty negligible. So that being said, in a situation with no active communication, passive communication is the key. Whether it be 3 signal fires, one of these blaze orange panels set up to where people can see it, where it just shines out in the distance that says, hey, here I am, is a great way to go. So like I said, this is a stroke of genius by the Hidden Woodsmen. So many thanks to Malcolm for sending this out to me to show off to you guys. This is a great piece of gear. Price point on this thing, I believe, is $15. I'm not sure if that includes shipping or not, but it's right around in that general area. It's very affordable, very easy. The only suggestion I would have, at least for me, I'm going to order a small stuff sack to put this in. I like this elastic band and will continue to do it, but if I do use this as a mat, or if I put my feet in it or something like that while hammock camping, it's gonna get dirty, and I don't want to shove this into my pocket or down into my backpack or something and have that mud and dirt and water transfer over to my kit. Alright guys, well thank you very much for choosing to spend your time with me today. I've had a lot of fun showing this to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, would you go ahead and give me a thumbs up? I would definitely appreciate that. Guys, if you want to continue to see stuff like this, I've got a lot more coming out in the future. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, and please hit up the comment section and give me other ideas on how to use this. Maybe give suggestions or other ideas that maybe Malcolm can use to expand this product idea or product line. But anyway guys, again, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.